Fair warning, folks, buy your merch now because I can guarantee you sales will skyrocket for anything D&D related after the release of this movie. How's it going, you beautiful guys, gals, non-binary pals? Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves is a 2023 movie, both written and directed by John Daly and Jonathan Goldstein. The cast for this movie includes Chris Pine, the lovely Michelle Rodriguez, Justice Smith, Sophia Lillis, Hugh Grant, as well as Daisy Head and Regé Jean Page. And unfortunately, to the best of my abilities, I did not see Matt Mercer. Now, the movie releases on March 31st, but I was actually lucky enough to find out that Amazon Prime and Cinemark were releasing it 2 weeks early for a special one-day preview. So I took one of my best buds to the theaters, and we had an absolute blast with this movie. Whether you're an old fan, a relative newbie, or you've been at it for a few years, this movie has something for everyone and will be able to bring in new audience members for this realm of swords and sorcerers. The story follows Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez years after a botched mission. Chris Pine's character, the Bard, wants to reconnect with his daughter, but finds that Hugh Grant's character, the Rogue, has taken over a kingdom and turned his daughter against him. So in order to win his daughter back and take down the Rogue, Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez, the Barbarian, must recruit friends old and new to find a magic item and in the end save the day. And honestly, that's all I can say about the plot without actually spoiling the movie for you guys. That being said, this movie is a fantastic treat for your eyes. This is honestly the Dungeons & Dragons movie that every fan of the game has been clamoring for and wanting and begging the studios to give us for years. The world building is on point. The creatures that we see, we get to see creatures. We get to see physical, actual, practical creatures in this. We get to see tabaxi, we get to see dragonborn. You get to see a lot of creatures in this. Minotaurs, a lot of creatures. And I can't give enough credit to both the directors and writers of this movie for absolutely nailing the character traits of these main characters. Chris Pine as the Bard was amazing. He was handsome. He was charming. He sung with his, what is that, a lute? Michelle Rodriguez as a Barbarian. Michelle Rodriguez as herself. She was amazing. She was fearsome. She was mighty. Justice Smith as the sorcerer. He was awesome. He was a little insecure, but he got around to have his glory. And I cannot say enough good things about Regé Jean Page as the Paladin. Holy fuck, was he the perfect Paladin in this movie. He was so dashing. He was holier than thou. He was just a paladin. Why, yes, I will fight all these villains by myself because I am just so awesome. I am the paladin. The visuals in this movie as well. The visuals were breathtaking. They were amazing. There were a couple moments where I did see the CGI lacked a little bit, but that doesn't really hinder the entirety of the movie, the entirety of the effect of the movie. Now, the villains. I loved the villains in this movie. The Red Wizards, as they were called. I absolutely loved them. They had a great shadowy presence in this movie. We didn't get to see a lot of them, but they were very menacing and had a powerful presence throughout the movie, as well as towards the end. What I find exciting about this movie, as well as Hasbro and Paramount producing it, is the fact that if they want to do more Dungeons & Dragons movies, they can either continue with this story or do entire new movies with brand new casts, either in this realm or in entirely new settings and realms. I would honestly love to see another movie with a brand new story and cast of characters Some human, some not human. I would love to see a dragonborn adventurer, a minotaur adventurer. That would be awesome. They could go on quests, have a few fights, drink, have fun. That is all we want from Dungeons and Dragons. Give us more fun. Now, I'm not going to say too much more on this movie other than the fact that it is hilarious, and whether you guys are old fans or just getting into the game, you guys will absolutely love this movie. And with that being said, I'm going to give Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves a solid 9 out of 10. So, those are my thoughts on Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. Have you guys seen the movie yet? What are your favorite characters to play in Dungeons & Dragons? What's a crazy story that's happened during your campaign? Let's chat in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. I do really want to start doing more of these in the very near future. So if you guys want to see more reviews, stick around and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out, you beautiful rejects.